Well, we have built the base, we have got everything covered from the tools to building the base and having it secure. And now the next thing you can do is go outside and enjoy the beautiful day. Yeah, it's raining, of course. Yeah, of course, it's a beautiful day in Rust. Well, sometimes it rains. Okay, so what is our next thing on our to-do list? So we have our base, but it's made from wood, so it means that it is easily raidable. So the best thing you can do for start is to make it stone, like we did our foundation. So if you go on the hammer right here and equip it, you can see the health of the walls, foundations and everything. You can see it on your base or on any other base that you go on. So right here, when you go on a tool cupboard, you see it's 100 out of 100. Box 150, 150. 50-50 on a fireplace or a campfire. If you go on your wooden walls, you will see they have 250 health. Same as for your roof or the floors that you have above you. So they have 250 health, but the stone has 500 health, and that is really strong. So for the wooden wall, you need about 3 satchel charges to raid it, or you can just raid it with tools. Or even you can raid it with some ammo and some easy ammo like this, handmade shells. It is easy to make and people make them really fast, and they can just raid through the wooden doors by shooting them out or walls. So best thing for you to do next is to go farming. Equip your tools, get them outside your box if you have put them inside. Get them, so have your bow ready because you're going outside. Oops. Get some arrows made and have your bandages, of course. Try to get your health as close to 100 or 100 if possible. If you have more cloth, make more bandages and heal up to 100. Of course, if you have some leather or some more cloth, you should also make yourself clothes. Go Q, go to clothing, and you will see that you can make many things. So you can make a shirt, pants, shoes, gloves, and what else? Yeah, a head wrap, a bull wrap, head wrap, blah blah. Okay. Also, if you have bones from animals, you can make, and that is the best thing that you can make if you have bones. It's a bone armor, a bone helmet, and a bone armor. It takes 15 cloth, 70 bones, and 15 cloth and 30 bones. So you need 100 bone fragments and about 30 cloth to make this, and that will be your full set of gear. You have a bone armor around your body and bone helmet on your head, and they give a really good protection. As you can see on the right side on information, it protects head and it has 25% protection against the projectiles, so bullets or arrows, and 40% against melee, 13% against bite, but it's a bit bad against radiation. So bone armor is not recommended if you're going to monuments, but if you're going and just running around and getting some resources, the bone armor, if you have bones, of course, if you killed some animals, is the best armor that you can make. If not, try to use cloth and just make some shirt, pants, because they all give you about 10% protection. Like this, if they hit you, the damage the arrow will do will be about 50, so 100%. If you have protection, so if you have 10% protection, that means the arrow will hit you for, let's say, then 40 instead of 50, and so on. Okay, now let's go outside and get some materials to upgrade our base. Okay, so let's go into the mountains. Always the snow is the best way to farm nodes. There's the most stone nodes, most metal and most sulfur nodes in the snow. So the snow is the best place to farm, and of course everybody knows that, and everybody will try to go to the snow. So try to find some ridges and mountains close to you and go there to find the nodes. As you can see, just outside our base, there is a bronze node. So this node is a metal ore. You can see when we hit it, and when we hit it with the metal pickaxe, it gives us a lot. So it gives you more than the rock would give you, it gives you more than a stone pickaxe. So it's the tier 2 pickaxe, the tier 2 tool. Tier 1 a stone, tier 2 a metal pickaxe, and tier 3 the salvaged one. The horn that you can hear is from the cargo ship that is spawned on the map, and it spawns every 30 minutes I believe. It goes all around the map, and it carries the crates that can contain a good gear or weapons on them. So that will be for later on. So as I said on the real beginning, try to avoid sulfur nodes. You're just wasting time with them. Of course, if there's nobody around, farm them. You need sulfur nodes for gunpowder. So with sulfur, when you cook sulfur, and when you have a charcoal from the sulfur that is getting cooked, you can make gunpowder. So you need 30 charcoal and 20 sulfur cooked to make gunpowder. With gunpowder you make ammo. So you make handmade shells, pistol bullets, rifle bullets, etc. Satchel charges, bombs, and everything. Okay, so that is for later on. Right now we are trying to get some stone, some wood, and some stone to upgrade our base. So, of course, metal is really needed, and you need metal to make and upgrade your doors. The doors are really important, so try to collect metal if you see it. There we go. So now we have 1250 metal ore. So we can't use this ore as a stone ore or wood to upgrade a base or to make doors. For metal to be used, it needs to be cooked. And when it's cooked, you get those metal fragments that we got from recycling the metal items that we found. So that will be our next thing to do. We'll farm some stone and then try to make a furnace and cook some metal. And observe my movement while I am mining. So I'm not standing really still. I try to find a spark. I hit it, I move. I hit it, I move. So if somebody is right there aiming at me, they will have a hard time shooting me, and they will probably miss. There was a wolf, and there is a wolf. Okay, that is our next thing. Let's mine and go and chase and kill the wolf. And that wolf will really come in. Ah, okay. Why me? Okay, we killed a wolf. So you would think that using an axe is better to farm a wolf or an animal. Actually, the pickaxe is better for farming animals. So when you kill an animal, use your pickaxe, any pickaxe you have, a stone or metal one, and farm the animal with your pickaxe if you don't have a bow knife or a sword or just a knife. So in this case we didn't have anything but a pickaxe, so we are farming the wolf with it. There we go. Okay, now we found the wolf. From that wolf we got these items. So you got a leather, you got some cloth, you got the wolf meat that you can't eat. You can eat it raw, but it will poison you and you will lose health. Even though I'm hungry, I will not eat it raw. You get some animal fat that you can use with your cloth to make low grade fuel. And you need that low grade fuel so you can make a furnace. That furnace you will use to smelt and cook metal. So I will make the one low grade fuel that will give me 4 from this animal fat, and you have the bone fragments that you can use to make into the bone arrows that are a bit better than the wooden ones. It's easier to hit the target with them, and also you can make some bone tools like, there you go, bone knife that you need 30 bone fragments to make it. And that knife, it's really good for harvesting animals, because when you harvest them with a bone knife you get more animal fat, you get more of everything. Okay, we killed a wolf, we got some stone. I'll just throw this away. There we go, we got some cloth and we got leather. So yeah, now that leather we can use to craft some clothing. You can make a hide poncho and hide vest. So we have 36. This is 15 and this is 10. Perfect. So we can make this. And how much is this? Okay, let's make some shorts so we can cover ourselves up. Farm this. There's a lot of nodes, but we will just farm the stone. We have almost 2k metal. Focus, there we are, and there we go. Okay, one cool tip for you is when you make a base, you can just right click it on the map and you will make this pointer. So every time you click G, you will see this yellow thing and you will know that is your base. So you just mark your base. You can mark anything that you want to the map. So if your base is at K11, right click it and it will stand there. So if you look up, you will see there's east, northeast, you have a compass. So right here we have 300 northwest yellow, that means that way our base is. But in this case it's right here, so we look at it, we don't even have to press G, we know that way is the way to our base. Oh, another stone node. It is really good to farm because you need the stone nodes for upgrading your base and to upkeep it. So of course you will expand your base as well, and the stone is the best resource that you can get. It's the cheapest one, and that is the one that you don't need to really cook, so you can have. We got our items made, and let's then put them on. Okay, we already look better, and now we have our protection. Oh, I just heard something. That was the deer that ran away. Okay, so now we have 10% protection on our chest and 10% protection on our legs. We still have 0 protection on our head. So if somebody shoots us in the head, they will do the full damage. But they will do 10% less damage to our chest or our legs. So that's why you need armor. Okay, so now clearly you can see I am starving and I'm dehydrated. Well, dehydration is something that we can fix in the outpost, but starvation is something that we can't. So we'll place some wolf meat, we'll take some wood, put it in the campfire, and we will place the wolf meat, divide it with the middle mouse in two, and turn it on. You have only one slot and the meat when it's cooked can stack inside that one slot. You need one for charcoal and you need one for wood, so you can only have 2 pieces of meat and they will cook faster if they are divided, not stacked on one spot. Let's put everything in a TC that we gathered, like so. We have 6 hours of upkeep because we are missing wood, as you can see. We have enough stone. And we have cooked our first wolf steak. It gives us 5 healing, 60 calories and a hydration 1. So let's eat it. And there we go, we feel much better. Let's wait for the other one. Take it, turn the campfire off so we don't waste wood. Eat it and we feel good. We got some hydration as well, but we still will need water soon. So as I said, we can fix that in Outpost, but while we are in the base, we have our materials. Let's get some stone. Let's leave 1k. Take our hammer. And as we did before, right click and upgrade to stone. Always don't forget to upgrade this triangle right here. I can see many people making 2x1s. They upgrade everything to stone, just everything, but they forget about this triangle. And people just raid them from there and then this door, and it is an easy raid. So upgrade everything. We have some stone left. Return it back, and we have 1 day upkeep. Let's pick up this wood, put it in, and we have 2 days upkeep. There we go. Yeah, I don't have to play for 2 days. Let's go to sleep. Okay. So now we have upgraded our base. We have some clothing. Let's get some hydration going on right there. And now let's take this with us so we can recycle it in the outpost for some metal frags. We also need to really get some low grade fuel to make our furnaces, and after it we need to make a workbench as well. So let's do that right now. Yeah, our base is looking far better. It looks more secure, and I can tell you right now, when you see the wooden shack, you wanna hit it, you wanna get in, you wanna raid it. But when you see a stone base, you say, okay, that is really looking hard to raid, and I just don't want to waste time to hit it for 2 hours to get in. So let's go and go to the outpost. Oh, there we go, we have some barrels. So these barrels are, I don't know, some toxic barrels. They give you scrap and the random item. These barrels that you can see, the red ones with the oil on them, they give you that low grade fuel. So they will give you crude oil and they give you low grade fuel. They give you 9 low grade fuel and 18 crude oil. So what you can do, and that's a really good thing, is to get some wood. You only need 1 barrel of crude oil. You only need 1 barrel of crude oil to get yourself a 50 low grade. And it's done like this. So you get some wood, you have your crude oil, and you can't find any more red barrels. Oh, perfect. A hazmat suit, 30 projectile protection, 30 melee, 10 bite, 50 radiation, cold and explosion as well. So if you put it on, it's really good protection for your feet, for your chest and for your head. 30% from bites, from actually melee or just projectiles. So this is really good, though it doesn't protect you really good from the cold, only 8%, while having these two on, they give you 13% more protection against cold, but a lot less against radiation or projectile. And with this we can actually enter monuments or radiated zones like that one and don't get radiated. So we can actually loot those things inside there as well. Now when we picked up the salvage cleaver, like you can see right here, it's better to switch on that one to hit items with than to waste the durability on your pickaxe or a hatchet, because you will need it to get your resources. So try to use the cleaver or other things like that, like swords, to hit the barrels. They are also really strong and they can kill them, as you can see, in one shot. It does 60 damage while pickaxe does 30. And you see, we are here and we are not getting any radiation because we have hazmat suit and 50% protection from radiation. There we go. Now we can enter that one, we can enter this one as well and farm some barrels. Okay, now let's go and recycle the things we just gathered, and then we will do something else to get some low grade. So we recycle some items that we don't need right now. These are actually good components, like this is used to make swords, and you need metal springs to make a lot of weapons. But right now, when we can't make them, we just use this to recycle so we can make a workbench and make those items. One tip is for you to not leave this unattended. So if you leave it, people can just come and steal everything that you have. So keep it open when you recycle, and recycle the items like this. When you are done, when you get everything, then you move and you can just move and have your items. But if you put the items in and recycle and you start moving, another player will run in, take your items and run away. So keep it open. As you can see, it's occupied, it says, so they can't, other players can't take your items while you're open like this. What the other players will try is to jump on you to get you far away from it so they can loot it. So hold W while you're recycling, hold W and recycle open like this so they can't move you from your spot. If you need cloth really bad, recycle some rope, but if not, keep the rope because you need it to make, as you can see, to make a compound bow or to make a crossbow. And also, you can't make them even though you have materials, we have 100 wood, 25 metal frags in 2 row, but you can't make them. You need the workbench level 1. And right here, if we go to the workbench level 1, and that is this right here, this wooden thing, then you can hold tab, you can click on it, or Q, and just click and craft the item. But we won't do that right now because we need all the materials that we can get. So there's 100 wood in this refinery already. You can put your crude oil inside it. Let me just show you again where the refinery is. The refinery is basically in the middle of the outpost. There's one gate, there's a second gate, there are workbenches here, there's your flaming car with recycler. You bought your items here when you had to scrap, and right here you can see a refinery. So you go to this thing, same as for recycler. Try to open it, it's occupied, it's yours. Put some wood inside, put your crude oil. Now, because you have a lot of slots, you need one slot for charcoal, one for low grade, so you can divide this crude oil to 3. So hold shift, middle mouse click, boom, and then don't hold shift, just middle mouse, boom, 666. Okay. So now you turn on and it is crafting some low grade. You just wait and there you go. You got 9. There we go. You can pick up the charcoal as well because you will need the charcoal to make gunpowder. And we are off. Okay. So now we have a low grade to make a furnace. We have upgraded our base. And we have some metal fragments from recycling the metal items that we found in barrels, so we can make our base even more secure by making the metal doors, sheet metal doors. So run to the base, pick up everything that you can while you're running to it, watch left and right, and you can do that by holding shift and W while you're running towards the base. Then you press, and you can use the thumb, that's the best thing, to click on Alt, and while you're running you can watch left or right and not turn with your character. So you're running straight, but you can watch behind you, left or right. Okay, now let's get back into the base. Boom, we got in. Now let's see how can we craft our furnace. So we go to common, and if we scroll down we will find the furnace. So right here I have a skinned one, we will use that one, this is the normal one. And you need 200 stones, 100 wood and 50 low grade to make it. So we are missing stones, as you can see it's yellow. If we look in our inventory we can see we have only 100. So let's just put everything in that we can. Rest we put in the box. You can make as many boxes as you need, and let's take what we need. So let's take half of the wood, half of the stone, that's enough, and the soul grade. And there you go, when you press tab or Q you can make your furnace. So let's craft it. Okay, put the rest back in. While it's crafting, you shouldn't really go out the base, but now because we have seen there's not enough players, so there's no players around us, I kind of feel safe to go out and use this time to craft some wood. Okay, I got 600 wood, good enough, furnace is done. Okay, so one important thing why I said to make the base like this. So now, when you made a base like this, you have all your things are in this side. So if you leave your doors open and if somebody looks, oh, this base is empty, there's nothing inside, they can't see anything, or they can't destroy with their guns if something is there. So if your two cupboard or your boxes were here, people could easily just shoot at them or hit them if they can to destroy them. If it's right there, nobody can see it. Of course, they don't enter the base, so they can't destroy your things. Also, you will see the YouTubers, many YouTubers, famous Rust YouTubers, when they make 2x1, they place their bag right here, next to the door. I think that they place the bag there, so if they die, they can respawn next to the door if the doors are open and just close it right away. I think that's a bad idea, because if you leave your doors open and your bag is right there, people can just hit and destroy your bag from there. But if it's right here, they can't. You can respawn, they will not see you respawn, and if the doors are open, you can just come safely, close the doors, and there you go. Okay, now we got our furnace done. So let's place our furnace. You can place the furnace right there if you like. And you could, because if you want to expand this base and make more boxes and just make this as maybe your permanent home, then you will need to put it on that side. And we will do it like that because we will expect that for your first base, this will be your permanent home for now. For even you are solo or duo, you can expand the base, make more doors, so it's harder to raid. But the inside, this will be your core. So let's put the furnace right there in that corner. Right now, when you open the furnace, there is nothing inside. So you will take 1000 wood, 1000 of metal fragments or metal ore. You'll put the wood inside, and then you will split the fragments in 3. So if you hold your right click and click on the metal ore, you will do only 1. So you can split it in once. If you hold the middle mouse button, you will split it in half. But you need to split it in 3 ways. So you can do it by clicking there and just trying to hit the middle. So let's say 3, 3, 5. There we go. There we go. And there we go. We have split it into 3 almost even 3 piles. But what I like to do, and it's easier, just hold shift, middle mouse button, 3, 3, 3. Then just middle mouse button, and there we go. 3, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. And you just place it like so. Turn on, and now you will get charcoal in one slot and metal fragments in the last one. There you go. So we are smelting some metal. Okay. And that's a good thing, because the metal is something that we really need. So now I will take some metal and craft the sheet metal door. So right here, if you go on your construction, you will see the sheet metal door. You'll need 150 metal fragments to craft one door. We have 2 doors, and we have enough metal fragments to craft 2. We have even some spare. So let's just craft 2 and be fully secured. So we go and craft 2 sheet metal doors. You don't have to make another coal locks, because you already have them on your doors. You can just reuse them. So while we are making them, let's just take the code lock from the first door that is inside and then take the door off. The door can be recycled again in some wood, but it's only about 100 wood, so it's just like 1 tree and you get even more. So we have one door crafted. We place it the same as we did to open inside, and we put a lock on it. And don't forget to lock it again. We have one metal door, and as you can see the difference, when you use the hammer, the wooden door has 200 health and it can burn, so people can use the fire to burn down your door, or they can use the axes or swords to break it down. Even though it has 200 health, it's weak. But the metal door can't be broken down or burned out. So they only can break it with hammers that are really hard to make, and they will need a lot of them, so nobody will do it. So the only way to go through the sheet metal door is with explosives, and they are hard to get, and there is a really low chance that somebody will bother to raid through 2 by 1, because it's usually just a bad loot because the new players are playing in it. So pretty much with 2 metal doors in your 2 by 1 you are pretty much safe. But for even more security you can make, and you will make, one big door, so double door right here in the middle to protect your big core right here. But that's for later. Right now we are in the beginning phase, we just made a base and everything. So now when we made the first sheet door, this will be the tricky part. So try to do this as fast as possible. Check if somebody's outside first. There's nobody outside. Then you can go in, take your code lock off, take your door off, place your new door the same way to open on inside, and put the code lock and lock it. And there you go. You have really secure base. So now for anybody to raid you, they need, where is the satchels? Satchels, there we go. So they will need the satchel charges. This is the first thing that they can use the first boom that they can use. And they need, for the one door, for one sheet metal door, they need 4 satchel charges. And for one stone wall, they need 10. And that is a lot of sulfur. For 4 satchel charges, they need 2000 sulfur or 1000 gunpowder that you get from 2000 sulfur. So to make 4 of them and just go through one door, so they need to farm a lot of sulfur, and each sulfur node gives you only 300. So basically they need about 6000 sulfur, or they need how much? 20 nodes. They need to hit 20 nodes, cook those 20 nodes, prepare bean cans to make the satchel charges, so they need metal fragments as well and everything. So you need 4 bean cans for each. So it's a lot of work just to raid 2 by 1. And of course they will use 4 on this door, 4 on this door, and then they will have another door they will make later on, another metal door in here. So they will need 12 satchel charges, and then they will need to destroy the tool cupboard to get to your old loot and the base. If they do that, let them have it. Good job to them, because they wasted a lot and they deserve to raid your base. But if they don't go through doors, they can go on the walls, and they will 10 satchel charges to go through the walls. And that's why you can also honeycomb the base to be even harder and make more doors to appear, and that will be our final product of the solo 2 by 1 base. But for now, this is perfect. On the day 1, day 2, even up till to day 3, this will be a good and secure base. And then you will need to probably expand and make it a bit harder to get raided. But for the first 1 or 2 days, and we already only made this in like an hour or two, this will be good enough for you. Oh, and trust me, nobody will try or have anything to raid you in this state. Okay, now when we have this done, so we made the doors, we made everything stone, we have a furnace cooking metal. Let's go and use a scrap, and I need more wood. Okay, as always. Or we can just use this one. Okay, so let's use our scrap, our wood, and the metal threads that got cooked to make another thing that you need to progress, and that's a workbench level 1. So you need 500 wood, 100 metal threads, and 50 scrap. Craft. There we go. Let's place the wood that is left right there, because we don't even need it anymore for our base upkeep. We only need stone and metal fragments now, because everything is made from stone, and we have doors from metal. That's why you need metal fragments, and nothing is made from wood anymore. TC doesn't count and boxes do not count, so you don't need it for your upkeep. Okay, now we made the workbench, and I would like to place it right here, so it doesn't block us and we can still make and place the door in the middle. We can have a furnace there and the workbench next to it. People, if they destroy it, it's easy to make, and usually they won't bother destroying your workbench from that far, just shooting at it, because it has 500 health. And also your furnace has 500 health as well. So they're pretty hard to destroy. Okay, put the rest in, and now we can have fun looking what can we do with the workbench. So, why is workbench so important? Well, it is important because from it, by a new patch, you only need scrap to learn ticks. Before, you needed to go and run around the map, find the items, and when you find the item, you need to make a research table or use the one in the outpost to research that item. But now, only by using scrap that you get and that you recycle, you can go, click E on the workbench, open the tech tree, and scroll out to see everything you can make, so everything you can learn. What I recommend is from you to start from the hammer, Savage Hammer, then go and learn those metal tools like the pickaxe that we found, and then continue this road down, learning until you learn the water pipe shotgun. That will be really good, and you can use it with handmade shells. Double barrel shotgun, that is better than this one. You can have 2 bullets, you can shoot 2 bullets at once. And then go down to the pistol bullet, the first gun, revolver, and then if you want to do some raiding yourself, a bean can grenade, and a satchel charge. With this and with this tree, you're pretty much set for your workbench level 1. Of course, when you're new and you want to learn more and have more, you can learn, of course, to make some items from it. You can make some from farming, some from electricity, if you want to do that, or just make a canoe or a kayak, sorry, a paddle, and other things. But I really don't recommend this because this is so useless and it's found from barrels. So this tree is the important one if you want to learn it and progress in Rust and progress fast, to finish this tree by researching everything. So when you have scrap, as you can see, you need 75 scrap to learn to make salvage hammer. When you learn it, you will have axe and pickaxe unlocked to learn it next. And you need for those 75 each. Those are good, so get scrap and you already know how to farm it. You can get a paddle or a rock, and you can make a rock from your stone. So you just need stone. If you don't have a rock anymore, you can just click and it uses sandstone to make another rock that you can use to farm the barrels inside the outpost, or you can use the tools or your sword to farm the barrels on the road outside it. But if you don't feel safe traveling the roads, just circle around the outpost and farm the barrels there. Oh, I died from hunger. Starving, okay. Let's actually die. F1, kill, then respawn. Use the torch to see where you are. There I am. And take items from yourself. And of course I got a new rock, so there we go. Put this on 2, this on 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, one more thing. If you have a stone or a metal pickaxe that you haven't researched yet and you want to research it in a normal way, you can just go and research it before you use it, but I recommend for you to use it straight away. You will get more resources, you will get them faster, and you will use the scrap and research it anyhow in time, because you would want to complete this tree. After you complete everything with the workbench level 1, you will use it to make the workbench level 2, and then you progress more. And there you go. There you go. If you have any questions, I haven't said this before, but if you have any questions about anything, just feel free to type and write in comments. Like if you like it. I know my voice isn't perfect for this. I don't have a perfect microphone. I'm using my headset to record this. So if you watched until up till the end and you like the series, you learned something, like it, comment if you liked it, comment what you learned. And there we go. We're gonna see each other again in the next one, the next part tomorrow. So there we go. From Rizik, goodbye guys, have a great day and good luck. See you in Rust.